Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Tweedy back in another video. Today we're going to be talking about why a lot of players are quitting Mortal Kombat 1. It's crazy right now in these streets. A lot of players, they're crashing out because of certain things. Every time Mortal Kombat 1 and NRS, every time a patch is dropped, it's a good patch overall, like when you look at like the sum of the parts, but they always add in something something wild, something crazy, something that really shouldn't be around. Last patch, it was Homelander. Homelander had so many bugs. He was really broken, stuff like that. And then the patch before that, it was like black screens. And then the patch before that, it was like desyncs. Or no, I think it was desyncs before that, black screens before that. I don't know. I don't know the timeline, but they always add something in that, people don't fuck with, people don't like. And this time, it is Farah, the kameo Farah. Farah is a mix-up machine, basically can add 50-50 launching mix-ups that are safe on block on any character, and then also a command grab that's really quick, and an ambush cameo where you can make yourself safe with a launching overhead. It's pretty crazy, and yeah, a lot of people are crashing out, a lot of people are giving up, a lot of people are going to 2x KO, and unfortunately for me, I didn't get into the 2x KO beta. None of my friends hooked me up with a code. Like, I'm just living that sad life right now. But I still like Mortal Kombat 1. It's just, I wish every patch they didn't have something crazy in it that kind of like, because here's the thing, right? You go in Combat League, you start to get into the higher ranks, everyone uses Farah. Pre-patch, everyone was on Homelander cheesing with him, me included. Those combos were fun, but he was cheese, let's be real. Now, before that, desyncs, everyone had to deal with those non-stop. Before that, black screens, everyone had to deal with those non-stop. It's like, with every update, they do a lot of good things if you look outside of those big problems. But then they have that big problem that is affecting us every match, you know what I'm saying? So, hopefully when Chaos Reigns comes out, they can figure out Farah and fix her, because if not, then we might just have to become 2x KO boys. Nah, fuck that. I don't know, I might play that game, but Mortal Kombat's always going to be my main fighting game. It's just, hopefully they can figure this stuff out. Now, as far as Chaos Reigns goes, we got Cyrus, we got Sector, we got Noob. Which one of them is going to be that Farah and Homelander type character where they just kind of ruin the game a little bit? I think it might be Cyrax, like command grabs and a bomb, stuff like that. Like, sheesh, that stuff is crazy. But like, it kind of makes you think about like the world beyond us. Like, is there other life out there in the universe, in the galaxy? And if there is, can we use our Mortal Kombat gameplay to potentially contact them? And maybe they could teach us how to play certain characters. Like, for example, we got Noob Saibot coming out. What if we really can't find the best combos, the optimals, the strategies? Maybe an alien can help us with that. It'll be like beep, boop, beep, and then it'll figure it out, But one thing I wanted to ask y'all is, who are you the most excited for in the Kombat Pack? Not counting the guest characters, because the guest characters, they're coming out at a later date. We don't even know. Hopefully Ghostface comes out on Halloween. That would be fitting, but I'm sure NRS doesn't care about stuff like that, right? They release them when they release them. But anyways, out of the 3 that we're getting day 1, so my thing is like, Noob Saibot is the coolest of the 3, for sure, in my opinion. But I didn't like playing him in 11, and I know he's one of the characters that like kind of stays more legacy, right? So I don't know if I'll enjoy playing him in this game. Maybe he doesn't stay more legacy, because I know people said like he was very different from 9 to 11, so maybe I'm wrong there. But, we'll see. One thing I didn't like in 11 was his movement. His movement was very slow. I really didn't enjoy that. So hopefully they change that. Now, Sector and Cyrax, I'm not the biggest fan of the robots. It doesn't really have much to do with the gender swap. Like, I could take or leave that. It's whatever to me. But I've never been a big fan of the robots in general. Didn't really play them in MKX. I played a little bit of Smoke, but not the biggest fan of the robots. They're cool, but they don't like stand out to me like other characters like Geras, Kung Lao, Baraka, characters like that. But I do think that despite, you know, me not caring about who they are, I feel like the gameplay could be really fun because Cyrax looked really cool in the trailer with all those bombs, like the jumping around stuff, dive kick, the air specials, the meterless launcher, and then Sector appeared to have kind of like a almost kind of like upgraded Jackie, like Homelander kind of playstyle. And then Sector's always got rockets. I'm sure she'll have a good projectile. So I could see the robots, even though I care less about them than a noob on paper, I could see them being more enjoyable to play than noob. What do y'all think in the comments? What character are you the most excited for out of those three? Now, as far as the story goes, I'm pretty excited for the story. I'm not the biggest story guy in Mortal Kombat. I used to be back in the day, right? Like, with the 3D MKs, they were like, the story was like my main stuff. But with these newer ones where I'm like playing online a lot, it's kind of like, you know, the story, I play through it once, think about it a lot, and then I pretty much just play online for the rest of the game. But I will be playing Chaos Reigns story at least once, and I think it's going to be good, you know? I know Ed Boon said that he's planning on doing multiple expansions, so I assume this will not be the end. Y'all already know my theory from a couple videos ago where I think Scorpion and Sub-Zero are going to end up being the heroes of this story. And yeah, I think that'll be pretty cool. It is Mortal Kombat 1 after all, so it'd be cool if at least in one of the expansions, a big light gets shine on Scorpion and Sub-Zero. And then, what do y'all think is coming in the next expansion? I could see Onaga. I could see maybe General Shao rising up. That's a big thing they could do. You have to also think, like, what are they saving for the next game? But they might... Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. With Ed Boon saying the next game, he doesn't even know what engine it'll be on. They might not even care about the next game. They might just be like, whatever. We'll do whatever with this story with this game. So we might see an Onaga expansion. We might see a General Shao expansion. And it makes sense because obviously Havoc's cool and all that. But let's be real. He's not putting butts in the seat like Onaga is. Like General Shao taking over is. You know what I'm saying? So they probably are doing the Havoc one first because there's still interest in the game, you know? Whereas in year 2 and year 3, it's going to dip even more than it already has. So then they can drop the Onaga expansion in year 2. Then in year 3, they can drop the Shao expansion where Shao overthrows Onaga and becomes a big bad. You know what I'm saying? I feel like by the end of Mortal Kombat 1, it's going to be the biggest NRS game by far as like content, like roster and stuff like that. Hopefully they, since they're supposedly going to support the game for this long, hopefully they add freaking a new mode. Like they don't, here's one thing that like the NRS developers underestimate is like Mortal Kombat was founded on like gore and goofiness. So they underestimate how bad we want like a goofy ass mode, like fucking Mortal Kombat Mario Kart, Mortal Kombat Chess. Like they underestimate like how bad we want like a goofy mode, you know? Like they don't even have to put that much work into it. It can just be like some goofy BS. And we'll like it. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's like well done to an extent, but it doesn't have to be like the most serious thing imaginable. You know what I mean? But yeah, my hopes are high as far as like content coming out for this game, like patches, DLC, expansions. They are overpriced, which sucks. That's a big thing, obviously. That you know we all despise. But my hopes are high. My only concern is like again, each freaking patch they keep dropping for this game, there's like one thing that kind of like molds the game into like a shitty way. You know what I mean? So hopefully they just need to like nerf Ferra real quick. Like plus 150 health is like too much. She's like her tool set is like arguably the strongest cameo tool set right now. So like why is she giving everyone 150 health? Like, if you look at Ferra's tools, you'd be like, oh, that's a cameo that loses health, like Kano or Stryker. Which Stryker is still losing health is crazy even after his nerfs. But anyways, you would think like, oh, Ferra has quick cooldowns too. So you'd be like, you know, Goro with his long-ass cooldowns, he loses health. You know, Farah, she's got quick cooldowns. Tool set is arguably more effective than Goro. Why she should, you know, she should lose health if anything, but she adds 150. It's like, what the heck? Like, it's because here's the thing, right? And people might think like, oh, they're just doing it because it's pay to win. No, bro. I think what it is like us as a community. We're a community of like what? Probably like 500 people in the competitive community. You might be like, no, it's way less. Look at Evo numbers. I'm talking like overall, every region, because not everyone goes to tournaments, right? You know what I'm saying? Not everyone goes to tournaments. And even us, all of the competitive players, we get stuff wrong sometimes. People had Fujin low tier day one. I didn't, but, you know, most people did. You know, people get stuff wrong all the time. So if a community of 500 competitive players get things wrong, some developers that don't even focus on competitive play, they're just designing the game and then listening to like a group of QA testers, they're not gonna know exactly what the balance is like correctly until they get it out there sometimes, you know. But they just really like messed up with Homelander and Farah and Peacemaker too. When he came out, he was a fucking menace. He was even stronger than Homelander. Was more buggy than Peacemaker, but Peacemaker was more broke at release than Homelander. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah, so they really gotta be quicker with these patches, man. Whenever there's like a clear problem, Farrah is a clear problem. I feel like every online tournament I see, it's like a Homelander Farrah 1, a Scorpion Farrah 1. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, especially characters that thrive with Farrah, like Homelander, or Scorpion. Scorpion went from like one of the lower tier characters in the game to like one of the more broke characters just because he synergizes well with Farrah. Like, Farrah's carrying fucking Scorpion like LeBron carried the Cavs. Like, it's fucking crazy. You know? So now Scorpion players got to deal with like being tier whores, even though their character like is like just okay. You know what I mean? In the grand scheme. You know, so, but it is what it is. Hopefully they patch soon. Chaos Reigns coming up. Pretty exciting times. Let me know what y'all think about everything in the comments down below. And let me know what y'all think about, you know, a carnivore diet. Do y'all think carnivore diets are good where you're just only eating meat and stuff like that and eggs and stuff like that and vegetables? Do y'all think that's a good diet, getting into like ketosis and all that? Stuff like that. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Stay safe, y'all. Much love. Later.